So when you come to Mt Rainier National Park, you're going to notice a ton of beautiful waterfalls right along the road as you enter. And if you're anything like me, you're going to convince your wife to hang out the window to get some epic video shots so you can veer off the road and get her soaked.
Oh my goodness, I can't go. To Mt Rainier, and we saw the sign for Clear Creek Falls, and it looks pretty awesome. It's crazy that how the landscapes changed from a desert to now a rainforest, but it's absolutely beautiful, and temperature dropped too.
So we finally made it to Mt Rainier National Park, and this is our first viewpoint of the mountain, and check this out. Right there. That is impressive. And this road is gorgeous. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go into the Sun Road and Glacier National Park, but if it is anything like this, I'm impressed. The part we're on right now is actually the south part of the road. I believe it's Stevens Canyon entrance is the one that we went through. Yeah. And we're headed west to Ashford, but this is gorgeous. Guys, it is June, and look at this. Snow, like I'm 6'4". It's like at least 6 foot of snow. This is crazy. Driving through Rainier, and we come across this short little hike called Crater Falls. Like a waterfall way at the top, snow and ice that kind of cascade down the mountain. It's pretty awesome. So we're gonna walk around a little bit, check it out, and try to get to our hotel before it gets too late.
No, there's a bridge, there's a log, and it's a bridge, and Mark tried to cross that, and you know, he slipped, and he did not fall, thankfully. Oh my god, that would have been bad, but he got soaked. So this is cold glacier water.
So we're hiking the Crater Falls trail. There's some rocks that kind of lead that you can jump on to get on the bridge, and Radhika tells me not to do it because I'm gonna fall, and I'm like, I got this. Long story short, I didn't have it.
So we're driving down the road, and we thought that the last stop was one of the best views of Mt Rainier, but then we got to this one, and oh my god, every view gets better.
So it is June 3rd, and there is still snow everywhere on the ground. I mean, we're from the south, so snow is like something we get very infrequently, but to have snow on June 3rd is crazy.
Yeah, it is so crazy to see snow and be in t-shirt. This is so bizarre.
My foot is soaking wet and I have a lot of regrets right now.
Good thing we're only 15 minutes from a hotel, so Mark's gonna sit here with like cold feet. Alright, so we got up, we got ready, got our coffee, energy drinks, and now we're about to go explore Mount Rainier.
Driving around in Mt Rainier National Park, and there's this point called Rick Seeker Point. We don't know what that one's called, but it's really cool looking. Then you have a cool looking chick over there. You have more mountains over here, and that is the granddaddy. That is Mt Rainier. So there's a giant tree right here just fell over, and if you look, you can see new trees that are growing out of the top.
There's absolutely no limit for beautiful views at Mt Rainier Park.
One of the things that we learned about Mt Rainier and the surrounding area is things close way earlier than you would expect. By 8 or 9 o'clock, most things are shut down.
Also, the thing is that it's daylight over here till probably 9:30, 10, and that kind of throws your, internal clock off. Yeah. So you might think that, oh, it's still like 7 o'clock, but it's actually truly 9:30.
If you come in June like we did, there's way less people, so there's plenty of parking, it's not crowded. But on the flip side of that, a lot of the higher elevation parts of the park are actually closed. They're under like 10, 20 feet of snow. It's crazy how much snow accumulates up here. July to mid-July is usually a safe bet that you'll be able to experience the whole park. But they said there's still snow on the ground even in July.
If you're coming during like the peak season, make sure you book your hotels or wherever you're staying ahead of time, because we came here in June and we had a hard time finding a place to stay at.
Yeah, and we booked it 2 months ahead of time.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely do that.
In Longmire, part of Mt Rainier, there's this museum, and outside there's a tree. This thing began to grow in 1293. That is insane. Stand in front of it, Rod, show them how big it is. So we're still here in Longmire in Mt Rainier, and we're doing the Trail of Shadows, which is like this historical kind of trail. It also connects to Rampart Ridge, which is supposed to be a pretty cool trail with some views, so we're gonna go check it out. So this apparently used to be the site of Longmire Springs Hotel, and you can't even tell anything was here. It's crazy, and it's only been 100 years. All that's left is a little rock in the woods. This is what it used to look like. That was the hotel that is no longer there. All this was cleared land, and this is that place. So this is Rusty Springs, and this thing looks gross, but what happens is the hot water dissolves iron in the mountain, it makes its way down, hits air, and it turns this rusty orange color, which is pretty cool. I suppose it must be a thing for people to stick their hand in the orange rusty water and then put a handprint on the tree. They're all over the place. So that was a cool trail. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to do Rampart Ridge because it is 7 o'clock. Everything closed at 8 and we have not eaten dinner yet. So we were wrong yet again about food. The restaurant we chose to go to was Copper Creek and they actually close at 7 p.m., not 8 p.m. We got there right at 7. They were able to do to-go food. And this town is tough to find food late. If you come here, you have got to plan food ahead of time.